setting the pace on the pursuit of happiness. This is the Ken Coleman Show, where you discover what you were born to do and how to make it happen. Now, helping you get unstuck and on the path to your dream job, Ken Coleman.
I am coming to you live from Ramsey Studios in Nashville, and you are joining a conversation about who you are, what you were created to do, where you want to do it, and how you can get there. It is about your purpose, and here's a big clue. Your purpose has little to do with you. It's about everybody else. Let me explain. You were created to fill a unique role. In your work, you were created to work, to make a difference in the lives of others, to make our world a better place by using your talent and your passion to complete your mission. This is what we believe on the Ken Coleman Show. So if you're new to the program, welcome. This is a different kind of talk radio. We're not talking politics. We're talking purpose. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. Now, coming up later in the program, I want to spend about 3 or 4 minutes on the downside of our human desire to be accepted. This is huge, folks, when we talk about living and working on purpose. The desire that all of us have, by the way, nobody's immune to this. We desire to be accepted, and that can have a very negative effect on our journey. I'm going to unpack that later in the program. But first, to the phones we go. Richland Center, Wisconsin. Hunter is on the line. Hunter, you're on the Ken Coleman Show. Hello, Hunter. Okay. All right. Well, wrong line. So there we go. Let's go to Connor in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Connor, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. How are you doing?
All right. So we've got a technical problem here. Where am I going, Joe? Who do I have? All right. Hunter is with us. Hunter, sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. Happens from time to time. Hunter, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Well, that's okay. How you doing, Ken?
Well, now I'm doing fine that I actually have you on the line. How can I help?
All right. Yeah.
How can I help?
So I had just talked to you a couple weeks ago, and at the end of our conversation, we had come up with a plan for me to head on out to real estate agents and take a look down that path.
Okay.
To make a short story, I found out I don't want to do that. So that's one thing on the list that I can scratch off. I'm one step closer to finding out what I want to do.
All right.
But so why I called you is because I know I still want to own real estate and own storage units and, all that stuff. I do enjoy that part of the real estate. But somehow I just got to this point in me just recently where I've just been sparked in finding out ways people have been able to find niches in the market, do different stuff that you hadn't thought of and be able to make money from doing it. Like, I remember there was this one guy that talked to you. He wanted to get out of his family's restaurant business and fly drones for real estate photos. So that's what he did.
Okay.
Or I remember you talking about a guy that sold like concrete slabs or whatever. And, he, it's just stuff that you don't think of. But there's actually something, to do. You don't think about it, but wow, he found a niche and that's what he does, So my question is, how do I find these people to connect with? Like, I was thinking about joining the Entre Leadership membership just so I can get connected to successful businesses out there to see what they do.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a great idea.
Question.
Yeah. So that's one option. So my answer is that's a good option where you join Entre Leadership All Access, which is a part of Ramsey Solutions. And there's other small business people in there, and you become a part of their online groups and mastermind groups is what they call them. And so you can talk to them and you listen in and you learn about what they're doing. That's one way. But the other way is to get busy locally, to get busy connecting, just to really be intentional to connect with as many entrepreneurs as you can in some businesses that maybe you haven't noticed before. Now, how do you do that? Well, this is just good old-fashioned research, right? This is maybe come up with the Chamber of Commerce list and maybe the Better Business Bureau list in your locale, and begin to just do research on businesses, and maybe in the real estate category. Maybe so there's some businesses where guys come in and all they do is concrete fixes, on cracked sidewalks. Or I don't know, or they do driveway coatings or garage floor coatings or whatever. They do storage. I'm just brainstorming right now, but you kind of want to be in that real estate property space. So I'd start in the space, and I'm thinking big here. So get up, 10,000 feet above it and go all the things that are connected to homes, real estate, things of that nature, properties, and find all these niche businesses and go, oh, well, that's interesting. I might be interested in that. So I'm going to go talk to this person. So I think that's what you need to be doing. And you find all the different niches that interest you. Then you go a step deeper. And that's the connection part that you're talking about, that we write about in my book, The Proximity Principle. This is clarifying and verifying. I'm going to clarify what it takes to get into the business. What does the business look like? How long did it take them to get profitable? All the things. We're clarifying so that we can verify that, yes, this is a niche business that I really would enjoy. So that's the process. That is the process. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Julie in Atlanta. Julie, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Yeah. Hi, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
So this is an ethical question. So I own a remote business. It makes a really good profit. And but when the pandemic started, I was worried about it slowing down. So I actually got a job, and that's remote also. And that job pays well also. And but the trouble is I'm in a lot of debt, and I really need to, and for the first time in a long time, I have hope that I can get out of this debt in a couple of years. So that's awesome. But I feel a bit like I have to hide my business from my job. And I'm able to do both. I work hard, but is it ethically okay? That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you this. If you weren't working remote, let's say that this remote job you have was in an office, and you were driving into the office there in the Atlanta area. And then you were, when you came home, you were, spending, or you spent your lunch hour, maybe you got up early and worked on your own business. Would there be an ethical question in your mind if that was the case?
No.
Yeah. So the reason that you're feeling this is because you're doing both things from home.
Yes.
But are you doing a good job for the day job people? You doing a good job for them?
I believe so. They seem pretty happy.
They're very happy. And you are a person who is an ethical person, and you're high character, correct?
I try to be.
Yeah. Let yourself off the hook here. Number one, you don't need to tell them about your side hustle.
I don't.
No.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Even though you own it and it spits off good money, it is your side hustle. You don't owe them that. Is it a conflict of interest?
No. I'm very careful for it not to be.
Yeah. So my point is, you don't owe them that. You owe them.
Okay.
You owe them excellent performance for the money they are paying you. That's what you owe them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you're doing that. So, hey, you're good. You're a great lady. I love your character. I love your integrity, but you're not doing anything wrong at all. Nothing for you to be ashamed of. You're not actually hiding anything. And you've got hope for the first time in a long time. Julie, you got two incomes. You're going to get out of debt. Hang on the line. Madison, let's make sure that she's got a copy of Dave Total Money Makeover, or FPU, and to help her along the journey. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
The U.S. right now. 40 million. That includes a good portion of timeshare owners, no doubt. And what are the timeshare developers doing to help owners during this crisis? Sending emails to people with mortgages offering to refinance them if they buy more points. Are you kidding me? If you have a timeshare and you need out, call Timeshare Exit Team. They've exited over 21,000 people. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it will cost you money. But that's better than paying a lifetime of maintenance fees and special assessments for something you can't use. And when you hire Timeshare Exit Team before the end of the month to exit you from your timeshare, they'll give you a huge savings for paying by cash, check, or ACH auto draft. Call 844-999-EXIT or timeshareexitteam.com. Some exclusions apply. See site for details.
People all over the country are discovering a faith-based and budget-friendly way of meeting healthcare costs through Christian Healthcare Ministries. Christian Healthcare Ministries, or CHM, is a nonprofit organization that helps members carry one another's burdens with healthcare expenses, and they have successfully shared each other's medical bills for nearly 40 years. See if CHM is right for you by visiting chministries.org. CHM is a proud sponsor of Dave Ramsey Live Events.
Hey, folks, there's literally never been a better time to try online grocery. My friends at eMeals make it incredibly easy for you. eMeals creates a shopping list based on the meals you want for the week and then directly sends it to Walmart, Kroger, Instacart, Shipt, or Amazon Fresh. Your choice. Head to eMeals.com/grocery. Find what delivery and pickup providers are available in your area. Try eMeals free for 2 full weeks. That's eMeals.com/grocery.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on Every Dollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing, and take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with Every Dollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take Every Dollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with Every Dollar. Within the first month, Every Dollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that Every Dollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
We're rocking on this Monday. Thrilled to have you with us here on the Ken Coleman Show. We're not talking politics. We're talking purpose, bringing some meaning to talk radio. And we're so privileged to have your ears. 844-747-2577, 844-747-2577. Now, for those of you who've been listening to the podcast of the program or been listening around the country or on SiriusXM for a long time, I'm really excited to let you know that we're going to launch a new segment here, and it's pretty simple. It's going to be called Momentum Monday, and I want to simply just read progress reports. That's it. Not a dream scream where people call in and they tell us the story of how they stepped into the dream job. We love the dream screams. And if you're close to one of those, email us, ask@kencoleman.com, put dream scream in there, and Madison will get you set up. But what we want to do is something that I've always talked about it. We've read emails from time to time, but we're getting so many. And we're so grateful for that because it just means we've been out there a little bit. Why? We've been on the air for 3 years. And you know, stories are piling up. And so Damon, the brand manager, and Madison, the associate producer, and Joe, the producer, they all talked about it. They emailed me about it. I love it. So we're going to call Momentum Monday. And you got to say it slow or else you'll do what I just did there. You'll throw in another M. But here's what we want you to do. Just email us this basic outline. Here's where I was. Here's where I am now. Here's what I did to get there. Here's where I'm going. Just hey, I am experiencing some momentum. And it could be as simple as, you know what? I finally figured out what I want to do. Now I'm starting to figure out what I got to do to get qualified. Great. People need to hear those stories. They don't have to be unbelievably romantic journeys and all this pomp and circumstance. No, I've been listening. I was here. I'm making a decision to go here. Here's what I'm doing. And here's the progress I'm making. So there you go. Let me read 2 for you, shall we? Just to kind of get this up and going. So Keith wrote in. Keith is a tax advisor. Has been a part of the Ramsey Endorsed Local Provider program in his locale for 8 years. So he writes in, hey, Ken, I've got a backstory. For 8 years, I've been a part of the Ramsey Tax. I've struggled with the sales side of it the entire time. I hate sales. I came to the Entree Leadership Summit, which is our premier leadership event, was just here at our headquarters, and I spoke on the topic of the leadership edge, which is awareness, knowing what your sweet spot is as a leader. So he's sitting in the audience and he emails and he says, I have always hated sales. And after your session, I realized I needed 2 people because right now the firm is me. This would allow me to get into my sweet spot. One would be a salesperson and one who would actually prepare the returns, all the detailed in the planning part, because both of those roles, sales and the planning, are a little bit more of drudgery. I love connecting with the client and making sure that they and their needs are taken care of. But then I thought, I'm never going to get 2 people. Then at 2:15 in the morning, I woke up in my hotel. My first thought was, why not? I had a boy, Keith. So now he's taking steps to hiring 2 team members so that he can be in his sweet spot. And then Barb writes in, hey, Ken, I just took your career clarity guide on your website. I listed my talents, my passion, and my mission, and I came to the conclusion that in order for me to be in my sweet spot, I need to be working in the housing industry, preferably as a project manager for a home restoration company. This realization brought me to tears. I am a 47-year-old lady who has spent her entire life in survival mode, never giving thought to what I truly want to do in my work. That's why we do the Ken Coleman Show right there. Keith and Barb. That's what it's about. And it's always going to be about the Keith and the Barb. Always. Always going to be about them. 844-747-2577 is the number. Now, if you want to send in your momentum story, ask at kencoleman.com. Ask at kencoleman.com. Going to be plugging that all this week because I want to share your stories. We get all these emails all the time, but I want as many as possible because people get inspired by hearing your journey. So we need those. It's going to be fun. All right, back to the phones we go. Connor joins us in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Connor, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Connor, I'm living the dream. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. So I guess my question for you, long story short, a while back, a couple months ago, ended up starting my own business for construction equipment. And kind of new to the business side of things and just looking for some input on ways to actually run it.
Okay. Tell me the model. Give me the short version, the dummy version of how you actually make money. What's the process?
Basically, long story short on that is I just do equipment repair.
Okay. So we're talking big construction equipment?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an example.
Lifts,
give me type of equipment and how people get a hold of you and what you do and what you charge.
So I work on like boom lifts, like you'd see on most construction sites.
How do people get a hold of you?
Yeah.
I'm here. I was just getting ready to ask you the same question. Are we losing you?
We got a pretty good storm rolling through here. It's possible.
Okay, all good. So are you right now? Are people just calling you? How are they hearing about you? Are you online? Are you running advertisements? Is it all word of mouth? I want to know how people reach you.
I've had some word of mouth. I've got a Facebook page for my business. I've had some people call. It's been a mixture.
How many people have you gotten because you were out banging on doors and meeting people, shaking hands, and doing whatever you can do?
Probably 90% of the people.
Good. All right.
And so if I'm not working, I'm working on finding work.
Great. How much you charge per hour? Is that what you do, an hourly rate?
Typically, yes. So I usually charge about $100 an hour.
Is that comparable to other people in your community that do the same kind of work?
It's on the lower side compared to the large companies.
Good. That's good.
But I don't have the same overhead they do.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right. So your specific question is how to grow the company. What are you struggling, or are you just trying to figure out how to scale? How would you define your current company status?
Currently, right now, I'd say it's paying for itself and treading water, making some money, but it's not where I'd like to be yet.
What are your expenses besides paying yourself?
I have not paid myself yet.
Okay, you didn't. Okay, what are your expenses?
So far, expenses has just been parts, picking the tooling that I need, and getting my truck outfitted for mobile service.
Okay, so that's the issue. But now you should not be dealing with parts. That should not have been a part of your answer. They need to pay for parts. So you need to be passing along.
At the end of the day, they do, I guess.
Well, no, not at the end of the day. I would say at the start of the day. I'd say at the middle part of the day. And I'd say at the end of the day. When I get my car worked on and I get the bill, the invoice shows parts plus labor. And that's what you should be charging. You should not. They should be paying the cost of parts. Tell me why that's not the case.
Well, I guess so I do charge it out the way you're saying, like when you take the car in. So a lot of my customers are net 30 or net 15. They send checks out once a month for their vendors.
Okay. So what you're describing is you're cash flowing it, and that's what you're talking about. But the reality is once that net 30, net 15 pays out, again, you should be okay. So this is a cash flow issue. It's not a profit issue. And it sounds like getting your truck outfitted. How soon before the truck is outfitted? I got about 30 seconds. How soon before that's all done and outfitted and fully functional?
I've probably got a year or so before it's fully outfitted.
All right. So here's the deal. The way to grow your company is really slow. You do not want to take on any more costs. I would you're just going to have to really hustle and word of mouth this thing like you've been doing. You're doing a great job. But you've got some startup costs, and hopefully you're cash flowing. It sounds like you are. But eventually you're going to get on top of this thing. Keep going. This is the Ken Coleman Show. I get a lot of calls from people who want to pursue their dreams, but they're not sure how to start. Hey, folks, I'm Ken Coleman, and a major career change is obviously a lot easier when you're working a day job and saving up money to cash flow the dream. Now, if you don't have the money to quit your day job, don't. Keep working and start stacking money away in an online emergency savings account like the one from my friends at Fairwinds Credit Union. I'm a huge fan of Fairwinds online banking because they allow you to bank anytime, anywhere, and you don't have to live in a state with a branch to be an online member. With Fairwinds mobile apps, you can transfer money or make a deposit using your smartphone or tablet. Plus, credit unions like Fairwinds are an excellent place to keep your money. Fairwinds is a members-only, member-owned, and not-for-profit financial institution. That means your voice matters. So, fund your future and move your money over to fairwinds.org/Ken today. That's fairwinds.org/Ken.
Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
Everybody wants a great retirement, but not everyone gets to experience it. So how can you guarantee that you'll be one of the lucky ones? Well, the first thing is to get rid of the idea that only lucky people get to retire. Luck has nothing to do with it. Reaching your magic number is tough, and it requires determination and hard work. It also takes connecting with professionals who want to help you achieve your goals. I call these pros your dream team because they want to help you reach your dreams. You can't go on autopilot when it comes to your retirement saving and planning. You need to know what's in your portfolio and when to make adjustments. SmartVestor is an easy, free way to find investing professionals who focus on you. Just go to chrishogan360.com and click on Dream Team to see a list of investing professionals in your area who want to help you. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Connect with the SmartVestor Pro and start building your investing strategy today.
For over 25 years, we've helped people beat debt and take control of their money through Financial Peace University. And guess what? None of that would have been possible without our Financial Peace University coordinators. Financial Peace University is our 9-lesson proven plan to help people dump debt, master the budget, and build wealth. Not only can you help others take control of their money, but it's a great way for you to stay motivated on your journey too. The great thing is you don't have to be a money expert to lead. We'll do all the teaching, and an advisor will walk with you every step of the way. If you've been looking for a way to stay gazelle intense or motivated on your journey to becoming debt-free, this is it. Join over 30,000 coordinators who have helped lead millions of Americans to financial peace. And guys, you can lead a class anywhere, including online. To get started, just text LEADER to 33789. Again, text LEADER to 33789. That's LEADER to 33789. That's 33789.
If you're sick and tired of being stressed out about money and you want to get out of debt and build wealth, you need a budget. A budget is your written plan that tells your money where to go before the month begins. Some of you are new to budgeting and don't know where to start, and some of you have tried to budget in the past but can never seem to stick to it. That's why my team created Every Dollar. Every Dollar is an easy-to-use budgeting website and app that will walk you through creating a monthly budget. And it only takes about 10 minutes. And if you get off track, it tells you. The great thing about Every Dollar is you never have to wonder where your money's going again. From your computer or phone, Every Dollar goes with you everywhere you go. Join the more than 7 million people who are budgeting with Every Dollar. Get started for free. Download Every Dollar on your Apple App Store or Google Play, or visit everydollar.com.
Did you know that 52% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement? If you're in that majority, retirement may sound like a hopeless situation, but it doesn't have to be. My name is Chris Hogan, and I want to help you carve a path to your dream retirement. We have to stop thinking that retirement begins at some magical age, like 65 or 70. Retirement begins when you have enough money to enjoy the lifestyle you dream about. It's going to take more than a dream, though. You have to get serious about making a plan. I've created an assessment tool that helps you know what you need to do to reach your dream retirement. Get your free assessment at chrishogan360.com. Whether your goal is to live comfortably, travel the world, or have enough money to help grandkids with college, and to be able to give like crazy, you can reach the number you need. It just takes a plan. Go to chrishogan360.com to start making your plan today.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.
Welcome back, America. This is the Ken Coleman Show, where men and women come to get clear so that they can get qualified and get connected and get started and get promoted to get the dream job, to give themselves away. We're talking about work that matters. We're talking about making a difference, the difference that you were created to make, to fill your role in your work to make the world a better place. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. Real quick plug here. We've got a great deal on our Get Hired digital course. Right now, we've got somewhere between 35 to 40 million people unemployed. And we did the Get Hired live stream event a couple months ago. Big success. And we turned that into a digital course. It's only $20. So for those of you who just need a job, or those of you who want to figure out how to get the dream job in a very competitive environment, because that's what it is right now. You think about 40 million people, and let's just say they all submitted 5 resumes. That's 200 million resumes. You got to stand out. So our Get Hired digital course, it's only $20. Great for you or for somebody you love. Go get it, kencoleman.com. All right. I talked about this at the top of the show. I want to spend just a few moments talking to you all about the downside of the human desire to be accepted. Now, it's a natural desire, and it can be a healthy desire, but it can get unhealthy really quickly. And I want to talk about it in terms of your journey to doing the work that you were created to do. So let's just break it down. Very simply put, tons of psychology studies on this. You can go check me on this. There is a human condition that is so great in the longing to belong, to be a part of a people group, to be a part of a community, if you will. So in other words, it's the desire to be accepted. So here's what happens. That overwhelming desire to belong or to be accepted drives our actions. In other words, we will act in order to be accepted, or act in order to not be shunned. So you can take that however you want to take that, the positive or the negative. So here's what happens in the journey. I can't tell you how many times on this program we've had people call in and say, Ken, I'm 30-something. I knew what I wanted to do when I was 18, but my mom or my dad or my uncle or a teacher or a professor or a friend, they questioned me. They said maybe it wasn't the best, smartest, safest decision. And so thus I changed course, and now I'm calling you miserable. Okay, that call has happened over and over and over on this program. And those calls are illustrations of what I'm talking about, the downside of our desire to be accepted. So it looks like this. I believe something, and I share my belief. I want to do something, and I share my action plan, and somebody goes, how'd you come up with that? I don't know. Sometimes the best intentions, by the way. Doesn't have to be somebody going, oh, that's a idiotic belief, or that is a crazy path. Doesn't have to be that negative. Could be a parent who means well, a grandparent who means well, a teacher who means well, a coach, a friend. They go, I don't know, that's kind of risky. Maybe it's risky to them, but it's not risky to you. Here's one. Maybe it's not their vision and their purpose. Maybe it's yours. They're not going to see it the way we see it. But here's what happens. The natural human desire to be accepted. We want that person to go, oh, Ken, that's a great idea. Totally believe everything you're saying. I agree with you 100%. That's what we want. That's what we long for. But it's not possible. And so the slightest bit of disagreement or confusion or questioning makes us go, oh, gosh, and we recoil. Maybe I shouldn't believe that. Maybe I shouldn't pursue that. Be careful, folks. Be careful. I don't mind the recoil. There's nothing wrong with the recoil. But if you don't snap back based on what you believe and you know why you believe it, or where you want to go and why you want to go there, if you don't snap back, here's what's happened. Your desire for acceptance or your desire to not be shunned has changed your beliefs and it's changed your action, and it will sideline you. And here's what's going to happen. It will put you on a path instead of purpose. It'll put you on a path for total confusion and bewilderment. It's literally like me putting a mouse in a maze, Joe, but there's no cheese. The mouse is just walking forward, hits its nose. Well, that's not the direction. There's some resistance. I'm going to go this way. And they walk over, poof, they hit another wall. Oh, there's resistance. I guess I got to go this way. And they spend their whole life changing course based on the resistance. And that's going to be you. And you're going to end up being one of those cold and timid souls that Teddy Roosevelt referred to in one of the greatest speeches the world has ever known, titled The Man in the Arena. Just outside my studio door is a gigantic 8-foot by 5-foot portrait of Teddy Roosevelt. And across the top of it in bold red letters, I see this every day before I walk in the studio, and it says, "It is not the critic who counts." It's a good reminder, not just for me. But Teddy talked about the cold and timid souls who know neither victory or defeat. And that will be you if you spend your entire life letting your actions be based on the acceptance of others. Nobody's talking about that on talk radio today. But I'm going to tell you something. You better figure it out now, because if you don't, you will figure it out later. And by the way, I am just as susceptible to this as anybody else. It's not a you thing. This is a we thing. And we've got to wake up. And we have to ask ourselves, am I acting because I'm not getting the acceptance that I long for? Am I acting or believing in a way that is designed to get approval? Or am I acting and believing the way that I know I should believe and act? Life is too short to get this wrong. It matters. And I'm going to say this. I'm seeing this in society. I see it in political circles. I see it in personal circles. I see it in relationship circles. I see it in every faction or facet of society. And I just want you folks to break free from this and ask yourself, what's driving my belief? What's driving my behavior? Because if it's acceptance of others, that's not pure. That is a very unhealthy filter. And it will lead to massive disappointment and disillusionment, because you don't know who you are. You only are what others are. Well, they approve it. Uncle Larry said I should do this. Uncle Larry said that what I wanted to do with my life, well, it wasn't so safe. Well, guess what? It's your life, not Uncle Larry's. Well, Uncle Larry said this, so now I'm going to go over here, and I hope that I came up with something new, and Uncle Larry agreed with it, but oh my gosh, I just got off the phone with Uncle Larry, Joe, and he loves it, but guess what? My dad doesn't like it. No, what do I do? And that's what's going on. So that's why we teach what we teach. What is your talent? What do you do best? That's what you use as the tools to do the work you love most. That's your passion. To then create a result that matters deeply to your heart. That's your mission. Where talent and passion and mission intersect, there is tremendous clarity, tremendous life-giving clarity. It's so different, because then when I don't get the approval of others, I'm still going to feel uncertain. But what do? I retreat to the clarity in my sweet spot, the intersection of those three indicators: talent, passion, mission. And I can take my doubt and I retreat back to clarity, and my doubt goes away instantly. And I go, that doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they believe. What matters is I know I was put on this planet to fill this role, to make the world a better place. And somebody out there needs me to be me, and I'm going to keep doing it. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
During these crazy times, the best advice I can give you is control the controllables. What you can fix today gives you hope for tomorrow. Let's start looking at major expenses like your monthly rent or your house payment. Folks, mortgage interest rates are so low. Now is the time to invest in your future. In just 10 minutes, my friends at Churchill Mortgage can share ways to save you serious cash through a smarter mortgage plan. If you're a renter, you can learn how to buy a home the right way. Or if you're already a homeowner, you can learn how to save thousands in interest through a simple refinance. Like I said, control the controllables and contact Churchill. To speak to a specialist, call 888-LOAN-200 or go to churchillmortgage.com.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal Housing Lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100. Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Confession. Budgeting hasn't always come naturally for me. I'm more of a free spirit, and on top of that, I love to spend money. But I want to tell you about the tool that has changed my life when it comes to budgeting. Over 6 million people are already on Every Dollar and using it every day to take control of their money. It's amazing. And take it from me, it's exactly what you need to make budgeting easy. Budgeting with Every Dollar shows me where all my money is going and allows me to free up space so I can spend it on what I value. It's customizable to you to fit your budget. I love that I can take Every Dollar everywhere I go. You can budget from your computer, iPhone, or Android with Every Dollar. Within the first month, Every Dollar budgeters found that they could cut their monthly expenses by 9%. No matter who you are, I know that Every Dollar will help you take control of your money. Remember, a budget doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom.
Everybody wants a great retirement, but not everyone gets to experience it. So how can you guarantee that you'll be one of the lucky ones? Well, the first thing is to get rid of the idea that only lucky people get to retire. Luck has nothing to do with it. Reaching your magic number is tough, and it requires determination and hard work. It also takes connecting with professionals who want to help you achieve your goals. I call these pros your dream team because they want to help you reach your dreams. You can't go on autopilot when it comes to your retirement saving and planning. You need to know what's in your portfolio and when to make adjustments. SmartVestor is an easy, free way to find investing professionals who focus on you. Just go to chrishogan360.com and click on Dream Team to see a list of investing professionals in your area who want to help you. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Connect with a SmartVestor Pro and start building your investing strategy today.
Our children's products have been completely redesigned to give your children a fun and practical way to learn about money. Junior's Adventures are 3 amazing products that teach kids 3 to 12 how money works. Junior's Adventure books are all new with colorful illustrations and a shorter word count. Financial Peace Junior offers all the tools you need to teach your kids about money. And the Smart Saver Bank now has clear sections for giving, saving, and spending. Learn more at DaveRamsey.com.
Welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. We are here for you because you were created to fill a unique role. You are needed and you must do it. So we're here to help you figure out how to get clear so you can get qualified, how to get connected so you can get started, how to get promoted so you can get that dream job, to give yourself away, to get to the end of your journey and say, you know what, I'm looking back and I'm just reminiscing. No regrets. A lot of reminiscing. That's what we all want. That's what we all want. By the way, I got to say this. I didn't plan to say this, but I want to do something to a guy who had a lot of influence on me that I never met, and we lost him. Regis Philbin, who literally made morning television enjoyable for me. I would watch Regis and Kathy Lee in college when I had some freedom. Yeah, in college. I'm older. After I got into work and stuff, I wasn't watching TV at 9 a.m. in the morning. Damon the brand manager is shocked and laughing at me. I don't know why. But I fell in love with Regis. And I just want to say that there was a guy who you talk about sweet spot. The dude was born for television. What a classy dude. Made television fun. One of the great storytellers of the medium of all time. And he was so good. When Kathy Lee left, they had great chemistry. Same thing with Kelly. I was sad. I was sad to see Regis die. 88. Good man. Had a lot of influence on me. A lot of influence on me. So anyway, just wanted to shout out to Regis. What a great dude he was. All right, to the phones we go. 844-747-2577. 2577. Kim is up next in Placentia, California. Kim, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hello, Ken.
Hi, Kim. How you doing?
On your show.
Oh, thank you for being on. What's going on?
My question is, I've been on SSDI since I was 36 years old, and I'm 55 now. How am I to find a job, and what am I to put on my resume?
Well, you're going to find a job the way everybody else finds a job, right? We're going to look for it. We're going to make some connections to find out more about it. We're going to figure out what we need to do to get qualified. And we're going to get after that. And we're going to ask those connections to keep you in mind to make even more connections for you so that as you're getting qualified or when you are qualified, you're ready to get it. So I don't know that there's there's no different plan for you than there is for anybody else just because you've been out of work for a while. So the question is...
I know, but what do I put on my resume? I can't put I was on disability.
Why? I guess my
I don't
point...
know. I just thought that was something you did.
Well, but here's the deal. You don't have work for how many years? 20 years? You don't have any active work.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so here's my point. We don't need to get cute or tricky with this thing. Your timeline is your timeline. And there's no shame in your disability, is there?
No.
Okay. Did something happen to you? You don't need to tell me. I'm not looking for personal details, but did something, was it an accident that happened to you? Something that obviously is not your fault, or is it some health issue?
It was some health issue, mental issue.
All right. Okay. Oh, so it's some mental health stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I understand you're a little bit like, okay, well, I don't want to put that out there and then raise a bunch of red flags. I get that.
Right.
Okay, so here's my point. This is really important. I was going to say this whether it was mental health stuff or not. But when I talk to anybody, Kim, who has a very large gap in their employment history, then to me, the resume becomes even more irrelevant than it already is. Let me explain. The resume is worthless without a relationship. This is what I teach. You have got to have a relationship attached to that resume. In other words, Kim, we want somebody that you know that knows somebody in the businesses that you would be interested in working in or has some connection that say, hey, let me tell you about my friend Kim. And so they're saying all these wonderful things about you because they've known you. And they are essentially saying, hey, she's been out of work for a while due to some disability stuff. And now she's great. She's healthy. She's ready to go. You don't need to get into all that. But if it does come up, again, they can't discriminate against you on that anyway. So I wouldn't make that a part of the narrative. I would just say, I had some health issues. Well, what kind of health issues? Well, I had some health issues that related to some, and I got some, whatever you want to say. But the point is, I was out for a while because of health, but now I'm good. And you ultimately want people recommending you to the point that they've already heard all these great things about you and they've said a little bit about it, but that you're healthy and they go, great, no big deal. The people that I know say Kim's awesome. So I have no reservations about Kim at all. Kim can do the job. Because at the end of the day, Kim, what do you think an employer really is trying to determine when they decide to hire you? What do you think the one thing they care about most is?
Connection, communication.
No. The number one thing that an employer is going to consider in hiring you, Kim, is this. Can Kim do the job and help us win? That's all they care about. Am I right, Kim?
Yes, you are, very much so.
So what do we need to do? We don't have a resume that we are going to lead with. We are going to lead with connection and relationships so that they hear all these great things about Kim and they determine before they ever meet you, Kim can do the job and help us win. So Kim, that's how you get the job.
Okay, I got it. It's a different way of looking at it that I hadn't looked at.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, listen. And here's the deal. I will readily admit that you can get a job these days by submitting a resume, but I don't think it's the best strategy. And I'm always about trying to give you the best strategy. So here's what I want you to do. Hang on the line. And Madison is going to make sure that you have either our Get Hired guides, which again are all free at kencoleman.com. And if you want my best-selling book, The Proximity Principle, which is all about getting to the job that you want. It's the proven strategy to get where you want to go. Give her whatever format she wants, Madison. That's my gift to you, Kim. 844-747-2577. Delicia is joining us next. Am I seeing this right, in the country of Grenada? Delicia, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Good afternoon, Mr. Coleman. How are you?
I am doing well. You're our first caller from Grenada. Welcome.
Thank you.
How can I help?
To be on the show. Well, I graduated from university in 2018 with a degree in sociology.
Delicia, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can you pull that phone away and let's try that again? Speak directly into the phone.
Okay. So I graduated with a degree in sociology in 2018. Since then, I seem to have bad bosses, very toxic bosses. So I really want to know how to deal with them and how to thrive in their business despite their behavior.
Okay. So the question is how to deal with toxic leadership. It's tough. So let's go bad news first, shall we? Bad news and good news. Bad news is rarely are you as the worker going to be able to change a toxic leader. You just have limited power here. You could tell them they're being toxic and they're going to respond one of two ways. They're either going to say, oh, I didn't know I was toxic. Tell me how I'm toxic. Oh gosh, thank you for telling me. I'm going to fix that. That's one option. Joe, how often does that happen? Not very often. Thank you, sir. We have a parting gift for you as well. The other option is they're going to go, you're the problem. I'm not toxic. No, you're out of here. Clean out your desk. Or they shun you. The really wimpy bosses that are toxic will disagree with you, get defensive, and then treat you like garbage so that you'll leave. They don't have to fire you. So there's your option A, and then option B and option C. So the bad news is you're not going to make the change. So what you have to do is, you said now plural toxic bosses. You've got to go back and do your homework and say, what is it that I'm not seeing ahead of time? What are the common toxic behaviors that I'm seeing and I now need to be aware of? List them out. And then you can do your homework before you take the next job. Talk to people who've worked there, figure out a way. Does this toxicity exist? And I got good news for you. Once you do that, you'll know what to look for. You'll know how to dig it and figure it out if it's there. And then there are great companies with healthy leaders. So that's what you do. Well, my time is almost up. But before I let you go, I want you to know that you matter and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.
Thanks for listening to The Ken Coleman Show. For more, you can find the show on demand wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show on YouTube. Also find Ken across all social media by following @Ken Coleman.
Hey guys, Dave Ramsey here. I know this year has been crazy and a lot of you are super stressed about money. But what if I told you there was a way you never have to worry about money again? Well, there is. When you have the right plan, the right tools, and the right teaching, you can be confident you're always doing the right thing with your money. Ramsey Plus gives you all of that. It's our brand new all-access membership to help you get out of debt, save for emergencies, and give with outrageous generosity. Here's how it works. You'll learn the proven plan with our best-selling content, including Financial Peace University. You'll budget with the Every Dollar app, and finally, take control of your money. Then you'll track your progress with the new Baby Steps app, so you know you're hitting your goals. Decide right now to never worry about money again. Go to DaveRamsey.com and sign up for a free trial of Ramsey Plus today.